Welcome back. It's time for Motivational Monday. We all endure hardships in our lifetime, but there are some things that are unique to women. Counselor Jamie Stevens with True North Counseling is joining us over video chat to share what those hardships are and how we can face them. Good morning, Jamie. How you doing?
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Thanks for being here. So let's first talk about some of the mental health issues that you see women in particular facing the most.
Yeah, sure. So the first I want to cover is body image. In the U.S., our value is somehow decided by how desirable women are to men. Many girls grow up hearing women in their life talking really negatively about their own bodies. And the movies we see growing up include happy endings where a woman gains acceptance and love from a man. And probably the worst is all the images that have been airbrushed and touched up that we see in magazines and billboards and so forth. And it teaches us to measure ourselves against something that's completely unattainable.
So how can we face that and really work on that and notice that that could be an issue for us?
Sure, of course. Mostly by developing self-acceptance and self-love. Removing negative self-talk and replacing it with a dialogue that is accepting and caring is vital. So many times we think what we say to ourselves doesn't matter. We say things like, oh, I'm so fat or I'm so ugly, but it absolutely does matter. It's detrimental to our mental health. We wouldn't say those things to anyone else. Why would we say them to ourselves? So just replacing those things with positive affirmations can make a huge difference.
So body image is, of course, one of those in particular, but I know there's many that you hear from women in your counseling. So what's another one that many of us women face?
Sure, absolutely. Another issue is shame over sexuality or sexual activity. Many TV shows and movies include an element of a man pursuing a woman, and then she's somehow obligated to dismiss his advances and then finally gives in. What this teaches us is that the decision on if a sexual encounter is going to occur, it relies solely on the man. So many times I hear women question themselves, oh, did he like me? So much that they forget to ask, like, did I like him? It also teaches women that they should deny any advances, and if they don't, they're somehow easy or dirty. And this is a really dangerous message that leaves women ashamed of their sexual desires or sexual activity.
Okay, and Jamie, what about self-advocacy?
Yeah, sure, of course. So another issue is self-advocacy. Typically in our culture, women are seen as the peacemakers. And what this translates to is selflessness and compliance. I see many women not standing up for themselves because they're afraid they'll make a problem or make things weird. They feel selfish if they stand up for themselves, really.
So how can we challenge some of those beliefs?
Well, recognizing them is the first part, and then thinking through, okay, where do these beliefs come from? And then developing skills such as direct communication and self-advocacy is the best place to start. It's important to understand that it's okay to make your needs a priority.
And Jamie, this is a particularly difficult time, and a lot of these issues are still very present right now during the pandemic and self-isolating and all that. So if somebody is interested in getting some more help, maybe from True North, how can they get in touch with you, Jamie?
Sure, absolutely. Well, we have a Facebook page that has, we're very active on Facebook and social media. They can also call us at 217-403-3348.
Jamie, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a good day.
You too.